What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Good, I hope. Okay, so for today's adventure, we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna do the filming locations to not only Back to the Future Part 1, we're also gonna do the filming locations to Back to the Future Part 2. So, being that there's so many locations between both movies, I figured I would hit sort of my favorite spots that I've always wanted to see. That being said, I do have a very special surprise at the very end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned to the very end and check out my special surprise from me to you. Please don't skip ahead. You're gonna miss so much cool stuff. I guarantee it'll be worth it. That being said, let's check out the filming locations to Back to the Future Part 1 and Part 2. Let's get into it. All right, here we are at the first scene. Well, sort of. So Marty is in Doc's garage and he sees all the alarm clocks and stuff going on. He's like, "Doc, are you telling me that it's 8:25 in the morning? Holy crap, I'm late for school." So when Marty comes running out of Doc's garage, it was set up right here, and as you can see, it is no longer here. But when Marty gets on his skateboard, you can see the background, the side of Hobby Lobby right there. Now Doc's garage was kind of pressed up towards this curb and that curb there, and it's probably one of the most iconic scenes in the movie, right here in this parking lot. Because as Marty comes through the gate, he gets on his skateboard and he comes down this way, and as you can see, this little cement like cement thing here is still here to this day. And then Marty turns on his skateboard, goes down the sidewalk, and hitches on the back of a truck right there, and gets on the truck and he goes off down that way. Literally where I'm standing is where Doc's garage was. I want to take this time to retrace Marty's route. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a skateboard. I used to skateboard back in the day, but right here is where Marty would have ran out, got on his skateboard, kind of went down towards this way. It's kind of funny that it's like 7:30 a.m. right now, and there's people inside of Burger King watching me out here film this. So anywho, Marty turns right here on his skateboard, comes right here down this sidewalk. There's a truck pulling out right through here. This is where he would have hitched onto it and taken right off down that way. So being that this movie was made in the 80s, one thing that definitely sucks is that they changed the exterior not too long ago. It doesn't have that classic Burger King vibe like it did in the movie. So for this scene, I had to do a voiceover because there is music playing on the background when I went to go film this, but this is the Battle of the Bands scene. Right there is the staircase that you can see Marty McFly go up onto the stage, and right here is where we get a shot of Huey Lewis, and he says, "Well, I'm afraid you're just too darn loud." And then we're gonna cut over to right there is where Marty's girlfriend was standing, and then as you can see, there is the stage, and they had some sort of event going on the day that I had planned to visit this place, but I thought I would document it either way. We are here at the Puente Hills Mall. This is where Marty McFly would have skateboarded down the road here. Come over here and you can see the shot. Got the shot of Twin Pines Mall, 1:16 a.m. Sort of like this. And we're here. We got a bunch of us out here recreating shots.
I love the flow. If I do the low angle that he's saying, you're going to cover the light.
Yeah, just outside the room.
All right, so we have a crazy, wacky light post going pretty crazy, and it just so happens to be the light post that Doc Brown parked his trailer next to. So I apologize in advance if it's like super wacky, the lighting with this, so bear with me. And here we are at the famous Back to the Future Mall, and right here is where Doc Brown would have had his trailer with the DeLorean in the back. Now, I'm not going to match up every single shot, but big fans of the movie know exactly where everything was at. Okay, so Doc Brown's trailer right here, and then we're gonna walk this way. Oh my god, these lights in this parking lot are driving me crazy. And actually, look, you can see it's the Libyans. They're already here. The photo booth that was in the parking lot was right here next to this planter, and that is the hill right there that the Libyans come down, where it's like, "Run for it, Marty!" My favorite line of the film. Okay, so the scene where Doc sends Einstein to the future, they would have had the DeLorean parked somewhere out there next to that planter, a little bit to the left. He would have came straight through here, and then Einstein comes back. So once the Libyans show up and he starts coming after Marty, I believe, which is it, this one or this one that he goes, "Oh, by the way, this is Randomly Randy.
Hi.
Go check out his YouTube channel."
He asked me for help and I bailed out. I disappeared.
Of course he did. All right, Randy.
I'm here. What do you need?
I need your expertise.
It's been a while. We're going in with no practice here.
When Marty takes off after the Libyans attack, which is it, the left or the right one that he goes and he makes the hard right?
Well, he goes around that one to go up next to the poles.
So
I think that's what you're asking.
This one?
He goes in between.
Where that car is?
Yes.
Okay, so Marty would have...
Pretty sure. This one, and then around that one.
Okay, so...
If you can understand what I'm saying.
No, you're good. So where that car is in the center of the screen looks like it's in a, like one of those, what are those shows? The raves, where it's like...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I disappeared.
Especially...
I had to film something. I filmed it over here, and I decided it was too blinky.
You look like you're in a rave right now because of the light behind you. Randy getting down.
I can't dance.
Okay, so again, getting off track. Where that car is where Marty made the hard right, and he goes behind that planter right there, all the way up, right next to those, what would you call those, poles? Yeah, poles. And then he goes down all the way. Does he go past that one, or does he stop in front of it?
The end one there?
So right here, yeah.
Let me look at your screen and see where your finger's pointing.
I'm pointing right here to the
Okay.
left. The left of the planter.
Yes, he goes around that one.
Okay.
And then kind of, oh look, now my hand's in the frame.
Yep.
And then comes down this way and then straight at you.
Okay, yeah, so he comes around that planter, and then he says, wait, what's he say? Hope you suckers can do 90 miles an hour? Isn't that the line? I feel terrible because I'm a movie geek, and it's one of those moments.
Something like you said. I'm pretty sure he said bastards.
Language, Randy. There's kids watching.
Well, I mean, we're quoting.
Kidding. I don't know if there's any kids watching.
I don't.
This is an 80s movie.
I don't ever swear, but when you quote, you have to quote.
The only time that you should swear is when you stub your toes or music lyrics.
What if you're writing the music lyrics?
Touche.
Does that
Touche.
count?
I guess it would.
Okay.
We keep digressing. Anyway.
How serious was this video supposed to be?
It's not very serious at all.
That's good,
I'm just
because
throwing.
I came into it not serious.
No, that's totally
I feel
fine.
A little bad because you haven't stopped. You're still recording.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a fun video. I didn't hit all the spots. I'm just hitting the major
Let's see
ones.
if you bastards can do 90.
There you go. There it
sure.
is, ladies and gentlemen. We
There was no cut.
We finally got it. We're
Finally
still
got
rolling.
it.
We're 5 minutes in. Okay, so again, Marty comes around that planter, and then Randy, where you at?
I was running away.
Hope you bastards can do 90 miles an hour, right?
What'd you say?
Oh my God. We're going. Marty comes around this planter. Randy,
Do you want the actual quote?
we're not doing this, Randy. Okay, again, for the fourth time, now I'm saying Randy's coming around the fucking trailer, the fucking planter. I can't even do this right now. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Yes, I'm still recording. Marty comes around the planter and he says, I hope you suckers can do 90 miles an hour.
You didn't swear.
Give or take a word. Randy, there are kids watching, so if anything, they're gonna. I just said fuck, so I don't care. Anyway.
You shouldn't be watching anymore. All right, just straight to that one, right there.
Straight down that way.
Right on
We're-
the edge, right on the corner.
The corner of this planter right here.
Yes.
He goes right past it. Our
He
fingers
runs
almost
into
touched.
he
That was
runs
weird.
into the- This is a very short span to go 88 miles an hour in a
Yeah,
DeLorean.
it's. From what I've heard, the DeLoreans weren't very. They didn't accelerate very well.
I'm also pretty sure the speedometer stops at 85.
Don't quote me on that, but maybe. So I think that's pretty much it, though, isn't it? After, yeah, Marty goes into the future, and then that's pretty much what's left of this scene until he
I'm gonna
comes.
say yeah, but I missed the whole beginning of what you did.
Oh my God, Randy! Now you're gonna have to go back and watch my video, so you'll never even know. No, we did the spot where he comes down the road right there. He skateboards down the road. Unless you want to do, we got Marcus and we got Brian from Reel to Reel Locations over there, and Rayan from Nerd Locations and Ryan from Going to the Movies just left. They left us here, but that's the hill that Marty rolls down. So
Are you gonna roll down it?
I'm not rolling down it. You want to roll down it?
You roll down it.
I don't want to roll down it. I'm just happy to be here. But don't look, because the Libyans found us. Run for it, Randy. No, but seriously though, that's pretty much it for the mall parking lot here. He just comes down the road on the skateboard, and then, I mean, there might be some scenes.
Oh, when he comes back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Maybe
I'm
there's
not.
some more scenes later. You're not diving into that.
No,
Okay.
I just wanted to show the mall because the beginning of it when they.
Just the mall.
Yeah, it's pretty much the
It
most.
is a fantastic location. All joking aside, I absolutely love the parking lot here.
You know, I had just got back to my hotel room, and I had just changed, and it's been a long day from filming, and I literally lay down, and Rayan calls me, and he's like, "Hey."
And you received the phone call.
Yeah.
You were on speakerphone. I heard the whole
I
conversation.
was like, I just got back to my hotel room. I changed, and I'm freaking exhausted. It's been a long day, and they're like, "Hey, we're going to Back to the Future Mall." I was like, "Boom, we're going." So it's
And
gonna.
you beat us here. We were coming first.
It's only. Maps said it was like 34 minutes.
Oh, so you're a little
And I also may or may not have had a lead foot. So there's that.
You were a little closer than us then.
Yeah. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, consider this documented for my YouTube channel, the Back to the Future Mall. Cool. Oh, wasn't it when they had the 2015 anniversary, they had the sign? I
I don't remember which anniversary it was, but yes.
I'm pretty sure. Wait, it was 80. Was it 2014, 2015?
I don't remember which anniversary, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they had a
Proceed.
It wasn't the actual sign.
Yeah, it was
The
like
ones.
a reproduction.
Yeah, they made it just for the movie, and they actually have it somewhere in this mall. It would have been cool to see it, but yeah.
And I think they when I came to see it a year and a half ago, the A was missing, but I think they fixed that. So
Could have.
yeah.
I don't know.
I believe it is fixed.
But
But
super.
it is in there.
Yeah, it is. It's confirmed in there until I'm sure. Until this mall closes at some point, because it doesn't look like it does a lot of business. But we showed up right before they closed, and there was quite a few people here. So I don't know how well this mall does.
The mall is dead.
The mall is dead.
It is dead. But 24-hour fitness, based off the amount of cars that were here when we got here, is thriving.
That's where they came from?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
They were all for 24-hour fitness.
I had one of my thumbnails for one of my videos says the mall is dead. Back in Ohio, it's a crap mall. It's not as cool.
Most malls are dead, unfortunately.
That's also true. It's not as my mall in Ohio is not as cool as the Back to the Future mall. There is so much cool history that has happened right here in this parking lot. All right, Randy, I'm going to the next location.
I am too, but not your location.
I will see you
Somewhere.
on the flip side.
Bye.
All right, so here we are at the Marty McFly house. I've always wanted to see this house with the iconic power poles in the background. Lots of scenes filmed here. Standing outside the Marty McFly house here, one of the neighbors comes out and she was talking to me, very sweet lady. These are some behind the scenes shots from when they were filming the movie. Martin McFly license, that's funny. And she said that is her granddaughter, I believe, hanging out with Michael J. Fox on the Part 3 movie. How cool is that? So one thing is for sure, that at the end of the first Back to the Future, when Doc pulls up in the DeLorean, these houses can be seen in the background as well. Not much has changed since then. And if you get too close to this house, there is a security thing that comes on and says, "You are being recorded," which I can see because this house, the McFly house, is drawing tons of attention here. As you can see, this old lady is taking photos for this gentleman here. He said, "Doc, you better back up. I don't think you have enough room to get up to 88 miles an hour." Doc said, "Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads." And the car lifts up, takes off that way. So I may have underestimated this road, being that it sits off one of the main highways. It's been rather busy. I've had to find a couple different places to stop just to get this quick shot. But anyway, this is the Golden Oaks Ranch, just beyond the hills here. And this specific gate is when Marty comes crashing out of it when he goes back to 1955. He crashes on the Peabody Ranch, which is on set just over the hill here. They filmed that on this ranch as well. And when he escapes and he runs over the tree, making it the Lone Pine Ranch, Marty can be seen driving out onto this road right here. Okay, so here we are at Doc Brown's house. Marty goes back to 1955. The first place he goes is to find Doc Brown, and this was his house. The exterior shots, not the interior shots. We'll get to the interior shots here in just a minute. But yeah, we're gonna walk up the steps, take a look. This is pretty cool. Not too bad of a morning out here. And these are the doors that Marty would have went up to see if Doc was home. And he was. There is a shot of Doc coming out of the side door there, running across the yard with the blueprints in his hand, and Marty's running after him, and they run down here to the garage. This is Doc Brown's garage, and this is really cool. I noticed this just a few minutes ago, that the doors are exactly the same as they were in the movie, and this is the actual door that Doc went into, and he left Marty outside. And you can tell these are the same doors because if you look at the pattern of the wood, see how it's like, it goes down a little bit right here, like a little bit of a divot. You can still see those in the shot. So yeah, cool being here at Doc Brown's house. Oh, I'm running into a tree. Doc Brown's house and his garage. So for future reference, if anybody wants to know what this place is called, it's called the Gamble House. And people don't actually live here. I'm pretty sure it's like a museum of sorts. In some way, I think. I'm not sure. They do let people inside during certain times, and they have had Back to the Future events here, and I think it's pretty cool that they still embrace the movie history here. And here I am at the Robert Blacker house. This house was used for the interior shots of Doc Brown's house. All right, so here we are at the George McFly house, and as you can see, not a lot has changed since the filming of the movie. The front architecture of the building is still the same, and you might remember them arguing in the front yard, and they also filmed in the backyard as well, which is off limits to the public, obviously, because this is somebody's actual house, but they actually did film here front and back. So right here is Lorraine's house, and of course right across the street is the iconic He's a Peeping Tom tree. Now, fun little fact, different camera angles, when you see Crispin Glover climb the tree, he's originally on this branch here, and then when he falls off, I believe he is on that branch there. Fun little movie trivia. And then right here in the street, sort of where you're good, Z. Right here is where the guy hit Marty McFly when he saves George McFly. And right here is Biff's house. Just imagine him coming out of the door, yelling at Grandma. Walks down the ramp, walks down the sidewalk here, strutting along, sees the kids playing with the ball, picks it up. He's like, oh, you want it? You want it? He takes the ball and he throws it up onto that platform right there. There's some kind of construction going on with the house next door. It's kind of loud out here. So I haven't really found anyone that has done this location yet, but I did find the exact area, not the exact location, but on your screen is the Valero oil refinery, and it is in the background of the cemetery scene where Marty goes and visits George McFly's grave. The whereabouts of the gravesite are unknown currently because it was built for the movie, but it was in this exact area. All right, so I'm here at the Peterson Automotive Museum, and I thought I would end my Back to the Future filming locations video with the car that was actually on set. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. The actual DeLorean that was used in the film. One of the only remaining ones left in the world. I like that backdrop. Let's see what the thing here says. 1981 DeLorean DMC-12 time machine driven in Back to the Future. 1985 Back to the Future 2. 89 Back to the Future 3. 1990. The board says when writer-director Robert Zemeckis and co-owner Bob Gale were developing Back to the Future, the stainless steel DeLorean was cast as the time machine, in part because its gull-wing doors made it look like an alien spaceship. Over the course of 2 sequels, the time machine emerged as a character of its own, undergoing progressive transformation as a result of its time travel experiences. Of the 3 visually distinct vehicles created for the trilogy, this is the only example to appear in all 3 films. That's crazy. Let's take a look. Inside, right there would have been Marty McFly and Doc Brown. Take a look at the flux capacitor back there.